The Taliban's return to power in Afghanistan is raising concerns that the country could again be used as a base by al-Qaeda or other terrorist groups seeking to attack us in this country with this.
Hello, today I present to you an extremely attractive application for music lovers. It's completely free. You can listen to music online or download unlimited music to use whenever you don't have internet. The powerful search function helps you find anything you want. Trust me. It's hard not to find what you're looking for because the search function is really powerful. Application download link is attached in the description of the video. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. Thanks.
Now is John Miller. He is New York City's Deputy Police Commissioner of Intelligence and Counterterrorism. Good morning to you, John. You know, those pictures are so heartbreaking and haunting, and it makes me think right now, clearly the Biden administration appears to be on its heels. If they don't handle this right and do well by the Afghan people, I worry about others looking at this saying, look what America did. They would think nothing of taking out innocent Americans. Is that a legit concern? Should we be worried about us now being under the threat of attack in this country?
Well, anybody in the intelligence business right now here in the United States who doesn't understand we're in a heightened threat position isn't reading the analysis. So that is going to be a concern. And we are in a different place than we were 20 years ago in terms of intelligence collection, analysis, capability, and the ability to reach overseas in different ways. So that's the good news, and the bad news is there is a heightened threat, clearly, because of this. The risk is that al-Qaeda or ISIS will use either Taliban-controlled spaces or ungoverned spaces to develop sanctuary again, which was what brought us 9/11. But again, we're much better at our game than we were on September 10th, 2001.
How are we better, John?
More money, more sources, more allies, more friends. If you think to the two versions of a terrorist war, one is you send hundreds of thousands of people dressed in green into a country to take it over and you rout the terrorists. A more modern version of that, which has been developed since 9/11, is the use of drones, the use of air cover, the use of special forces and precision hits. So, as Tom Friedman wrote in the Times the other day, it's not the morning after we have to worry about. You know, this is the hangover from the takeover. It's the morning after the morning after. So where are we as we assess a month out, 3 months out, 6 months out, in terms of which direction is the Taliban going?
Yeah.
Are they trying to establish a nation state that has a seat, you know, at the UN or a voice in the international community or qualifies for aid? Or are they becoming another sponsor of terrorism again, which is got to be in their calculus too. It's how they lost the country the last time.
How big is the Taliban? We keep hearing the Taliban, and you look at the numbers. I'm still not exactly sure how big a group we're talking about.
Well, it was big enough to run Afghanistan, you know, after it overthrew the government that replaced the Russians when they left. It was big enough to knock over all the key cities within a week, including the capital. So it's whether it's full-time members or part-time members, it's big enough.
John, do you have particular concerns around the anniversary of 9/11 coming up in just a few weeks?
Yes.
What are they?
What are they?
It's a symbolic target. Now, New York City is unique in that we live in a 20-year constant state of high alert. You know, when we come down to our lower alert, that's everybody else's high alert. We've invested like no other city in terms of, you know, 1,500 people who do counterterrorism every single day, and then 500 people in CRC, our counterterrorism field force, SRG, our other long gun teams, the emergency service unit. There is no city that has the ability to respond to a terrorist attack, an active shooter, or some other event, whether it's explosives or a ramming attack, with that amount of rapidity, talent, and experience. And here's the important part. Since 9/11, we've prevented 50 plots, either targeting New York City or emanating from New York City to target someplace else.
What did we miss here, John?
We've got a deep experience here.
What did we miss? Briefly, what did we miss? You know, we trained for 20 years, we put in close to $1 trillion, and it still went so wrong so quickly.
The miscalculus, whether it's what we missed or what the Afghanis missed, was the belief that if you spend 2 decades and close to $1 billion to fight for some form of democracy and freedom, is that what that country wanted or needed?
Yeah.
And if there weren't other people there fighting for it, would they fight for it themselves? You know, that's a 300,000 strong army that a lot of people stopped showing up for.
Yeah.
And on game day, put down their guns and surrender.
They walk away.
So you can blame the Biden administration for a lack of foresight or coordination or whatever you want to call it, but you have to remember there's an entire other populace and a government that had a chance to take a stand.
It speaks to the optimism of Americans in some way that democracy would take root in this entirely other population. Maybe that optimism is misplaced, at least for now. John Miller, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.